be tarnished. Playing as a lord, I command thee now!
Brandish the Elden Ring. For all of us.
Welcome, everybody. It's me, Chip Hansey, and we are continuing our journey on the road to Elden Ring, which comes out in my part of the world, or this part of the world that I live in. Eastern Standard Time at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And guess what? That's when we're going to be playing it. We got it preloaded. We're going to be playing it as soon as it's available. And we're going to be playing it all throughout the weekend, continuing through Friday, basically all day. Took Friday off, so we're just going to be playing Elden Ring pretty much the whole way through. Same with Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday as well. Pretty much the whole time. Obviously, I'll take breaks to eat and stuff like that. It won't be a continuous stream for like 8 hours or something, but it's going to be a lot of 2 to 4 to 5 hour streams throughout the weekend. It should be really fun. So if you're not planning to play it yourself this weekend, and why the hell wouldn't you be, then consider stopping by. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And if any of you watched my stream from yesterday regarding Dark Souls, you'll kind of get a better idea of the way I approach these games. I'm very thorough, I'm very in-depth when it comes to discussing mechanics, lore, the way the games present their stories, the presentation, ambient storytelling, atmosphere. I'm not just the type of person who is just gonna run through a particular game unless I've played it before. And that being said, tonight we're getting into a game that is near and dear to my heart. Though I do have some criticisms of it that we'll definitely be bringing up as we play through it a little bit. It was FromSoft's most recent game before Elden Ring, came out in 2019 and won Game of the Year in 2019. It is a divisive game, got the media up in a tizzy when it came out, and some of the criticisms were quite valid in my opinion, and I know that's going to piss some people off. But we're gonna talk about it. I don't think all the criticisms that got levied against it were particularly great, or I particularly agree with. But it's an interesting game. It adds a lot of interesting mechanics that really weren't a part of the Souls formula before. It actually started as a Tenchu-like game, and it's called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. If you couldn't tell by the damn title screen, right? Sekiro is a game that I have a lot of affection for, but it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off so much, and I think it's kind of it's a very competent product, but it doesn't succeed at everything that it sets out to do. That being said, the traversal in this game is excellent. The combat mechanics are really neat. I like them in some ways, I don't like them in other ways. We'll get into it once we start playing. Which we'll do here. I'm going to go ahead and continue. Basically, we're just where we are right now is just past the tutorial. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll kind of talk you through my thoughts on it. And essentially what these streams are, for anyone who's just joining tonight, is we're going to be essentially talking through, playing through these games and talking about things we think are, things we think are good about them, things we think are bad about them. Talking about just kind of game design in general, where we think Sekiro succeeds, where we think it fails, and kind of what elements of Sekiro we would like to see in Elden Ring when it comes out tomorrow, versus what elements we think would be better left on the wayside, stuff like that. So essentially the idea of Road to Elden Ring, this little stream thing that I've been doing, is essentially to basically kind of evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of FromSoft's previous titles and kind of make a you know, and it's kind of just based on my own experience. Like, a lot of this is just going to be opinion, so I hope you take everything I say with a bit of a grain of salt. Okay, so basically, I'm starting from just after the tutorial. I haven't even really talked to anyone yet. So we're talking to the sculptor here, and right off the bat, character models, animations, they have never been better in a From game, as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is the best they've ever been, and that's saying a lot. That's high praise, considering how excellent FromSoft's animations have been. Like, and I think they're so we know how we got here. We know about our left arm. You know, he gave us the left arm. It's from Dogen. We know how we got here. He dragged us here after we got our arm slashed off by Genichiro after he stole our little boy. So one thing I like about this game in particular, compared to a lot of the other FromSoft games, like right off the bat, is that this game is like the hub world. And so, okay, one thing I really like about it that is different from pretty much every other From game is that the hub moves, right? We start out in the dilapidated temple, but once we rescue Kuro, we're kind of in Act 2 of the game. And at that point, our hub is primarily Ashina Castle, Kuro's chamber. And I love that. I think that's like really cool. It makes sense that our, like, the location where we come to rest would change at that point. Obviously, it's still connected to the dilapidated temple. The dilapidated temple is still considered like a important location, but it's nice to know that it's not like the only location that's important in this game. You know, it's nice to know that, like, you know, it wouldn't make sense for us to keep coming back here, considering like Kuro is hanging out in Ashina Castle. And I think Ashina Castle is one of the best levels in any From game. It's so, like, the verticality of it is fantastic. And everything else, you know, I just love it from top to bottom. I love that it gets reused, because although, like, a lot of people don't like backtracking through the same areas, I think that it can be done really well, especially when you have a world state that changes. So if you approach the same event over and over, if you approach the same area with different events and different set pieces, different enemies, different item placements, it really does kind of feel like you're going through a whole new level, and I think they do it masterfully in this game, better than they ever have in the series. Bloodborne kind of, you know, dipped its toes into that a little bit, but Sekiro takes it to its, like, logical conclusion. I'm really hoping that that type of thing makes it into Elden Ring, and I'm confident that it will. I'm confident that it will, because they do such a good job with it. That being said, I feel like it may be a little less likely to see that in Elden Ring to the degree that we see it in this game, because in this game, this game's smaller, so it had to make use of the space that it had, and it makes use of the space in really smart ways. All right, so we know she serves Ishin, which is neat. You know, it characterizes Ishin as someone who, you know, obviously we know that Ishin, like, his motto back when he was a young whippersnapper, just raring to go for a fight, like, he, you know. And by the way, to anyone who hasn't played this game, spoilers for Sekiro, just FYI. I will also maybe be comparing some story elements of Sekiro and also a lot of mechanical elements of Sekiro to mechanical elements and story elements in other FromSoft titles. I will try to be relatively elusive, or not elusive, I'll try to be relatively cryptic about, like, the story elements from other games that I'm talking about, but I am going to bring them up. Hopefully it won't, you know, if you haven't played those other games, it won't spoil you too much. I'll try to keep it relatively cryptic, like maybe like leave out like names of major characters and just, like, you know, use like a title or like an allegory to them, or an allusion to them to make it a little bit more vague. Obviously, I don't want to, like, you know, I care a lot about not being spoiled for Elden Ring. I don't really want to spoil any, you know, newcomers to the series on, like, major story elements. But that being said, we're talking Sekiro in a big bad way on this stream, so we're definitely going to be, you know, spoiling a lot of story stuff for Sekiro. I will try to leave late game stuff a little bit vague, but I'm going to have to talk about it a little bit. So, okay. Present Healing Gourd. So, Okay, so cool. She just gives us some information. We can talk to her if we want. I'm not going to, because I know what to do. We're just going to be streaming for a few hours here. It should be a lot of fun. Yesterday's stream was super fun. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. Obviously, we got our Shinobi Shortcut here that leads directly to Ashina Castle. So, one thing about the Shinobi Shortcut, it's kind of funny, because it's like a trapdoor into a completely different area, right? But I don't really like it, because obviously Ashina Castle is not on the other side of this fucking hill right here. It's not on the other side of that. And there's a couple times that it makes use of like, oh, hey, we know that you don't know where you are, like, we're gonna, and all of the Souls games do that to some degree, like Dark Souls 1 even, like, you can see, I was talking yesterday about how I love the interconnected world design of Dark Souls 1, and how you can, here, let me see, I'm gonna rest at the, this thing real quick. Okay, we don't really need to heal ourselves. I think we're good on... Let me see if there's any other items we can do. I think we're good. I might do Fistful of Ash until we get some prosthetics. Okay, so we got our grappling hook. Yep. So one thing I want to mention about this game, and in a way that I think it succeeds for the most part, is it succeeds in that, like I was saying yesterday, the thing that makes the FromSoft games, the early FromSoft games, difficult, like Demon Souls and Dark Souls, primarily Dark Souls, is that it's really cryptic with its systems. So, in particular, like, Dark Souls 1 just never, like, outright, like, tutorializes humanity. Like, yes, if you go through the Undead Asylum, you read the descriptions on the ground, those are developer notes, it'll tell you, like, the core combat mechanics, but humanity never gets explained outside of just reading what the item does. And humanity is an item that literally makes the game easier in many, many ways. So it's kind of like a little bit shitty. I mean, I think if more players who were starting Dark Souls 1 knew what the fuck humanity did and the ways that you could use it to make the game easier for yourself, I think more people, like less people would drop the game out of frustration because like, oh, what, I only get 5 heals? What the fuck? Humanity is literally like, is like, it is a criminally underexplained mechanic, in my opinion. But, that's part of the playground secrets aspect about, oh man, it's been so long since I played this game. I'm kind of like, oh man, yeah, can you tell I'm a little rusty? I'm a little rusty. All right, here we go. And I played on PS4 my first time, so I'm a little... It's so weird that there's a sculptor's idol right here, Feels kind of arbitrary. Idol placement in this game is hit or miss for me, because you can get through so much of this game just by going up and over, and that's another thing I love about this game, is the traversal mechanics. It's so fun. It's so seamless. It's you're Ninja Spider-Man. Who wouldn't want that? You're Spider-Man with a sword. It's really fucking cool. Okay, and then stealth. Oh, so yeah, got it. Almost got spotted by this dude. For a second, I forgot how to use stealth in this game. I think that's how you know I'm a bit rusty, but we'll get back into it pretty soon, I'm sure. Okay. This guy's still got an eye on us. And I, if you couldn't tell, I really like the stealth mechanics in this game. I like that it just, I have some criticisms about how Sekiro doesn't give you, because it's not an RPG, it removes the RPG mechanics from the Souls of the Souls games because it's more of a Tenchu-like. In fact, I think I was saying before, when making Sekiro, they were originally making a new Tenchu game, and they were just like, listen, we kind of just want to do our own thing. We don't want to be beholden to this IP. Can you just, Okay, so here, we're going to do a stealthy boy right here. We're going to sneak up on this guy. Oh. Oh. Nice. Alright, and then to collect items, we click X. Okay, good stuff. Okay, yeah, like, they just made traversal so much fun in this game, which I really appreciate, you know? My favorite thing about Sekiro is how much fun it is to, like, go throughout the levels, you know, and either just bum rush everyone with your super fast attacks, or stealth everyone and, like, methodically take everybody out. And, like, to me, that is the biggest strength of this game, is how much fun it is to do that, and how they, you know, kind of just knocked it out of the park with those particular mechanics. It's nothing super, like, you know, like, people have commented, like, you know, it's a good stealth system. It's not the most, what do you call it? It's not the most, deep, I think is what some people say. Whoa, 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 what the fuck is that? Alright, hold on. Let's get up here. Nice. Is there any items up here? Yeah, okay. But it's just really, like, you know, it doesn't need to be the deepest mechanic, like, game mechanically, in order to be an excellent game. And it have, like, you know, be really mechanically sound. So in that way, I think it's really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do our thing. Gonna kill this dude. Alright, we're gonna get another one of those. Oh, I think we got a dog on our ass. Okay. Got someone who might have noticed us here. We're gonna sneak attack him. It's just so much fun. They make it like really fun to just stealth around, and for that, I appreciate them greatly. And I'm so glad that stealth has been confirmed for Elden Ring. From what I've seen, it looks very much like it does in this game. I think that's great. I hope more of the traversal... Like, I know we're not going to get a grappling hook in Sekiro, but I really do hope we get some of the other traversal mechanics from Sekiro make it into Elden Ring. That would make me just the happiest lad on the planet. Specifically swimming. We'll get to that later. Alright, so we're going to continue on our merry way. We're going to fight a giant black cock. You know, giant-sized man cock over here. These are so... you know, and that's something I you know, a lot of people overlook when talking about these games, is how funny some of the things that make it into them are, you know. It's... FromSoft just has, like, such a good sense of humor, man. It's really underrated how funny they are, you know. Alright, so we got the Shuriken Wheel. Okay, so here's something that is a bit of a criticism. I like the prosthetic tools in Sekiro, but I also find them to be kind of underdone. And, like, I kind of wish they were a little bit better. Like, how do I put it? I think on their face, they're fun to engage with, but the problem I have with them is that there's, like, a heavy tax for engaging with them. And that's the fact that spirit emblems are consumables that do not replenish. Like in other games, in other From Software games, like, look at, like, what would we say? Like the Dark Souls series, primarily, and, like, Demon Souls. For those games, like, you have MP, or, like, in Demon Souls, you have an MP meter for magic power, and that if you exhaust that, you can either, you know, heal it by eating, like, you know, using an item, or, let's actually go back to the temple real quick. I want to equip my shuriken. But there's also a... How do I put it? There's also a element of the game that is... Like, I guess, like, when NP refills, like, for instance, in... Oh, man, this guy's fucked up. What happened to you, bro? Bruh. Fucking contortionist looking ass with his hairy ass legs. Bruh, take better care of yourself.
手に入れた。人具か。おう。忍びぎ人形殺そういつどれか。
Okay, we get it. I do like the sculptor as a character. I hate his optional boss fight later. That's one of the worst boss fights in any From game, if you ask me. But I don't know if that's a controversial take or not. I think a lot of people don't like it. But okay, yeah, kind face Buddha, very cool. Yep. Cool. And when does he give us the Shinobi arts? I guess maybe that's after we kill the first general. Talk. Yeah, he's just gonna say the thing he usually does. Okay, load your arm. Cool. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna load this up. Oh, do we not have any? Okay, now we're getting some spirit emblems. Cool. Very good, very good. Okay, that's that. And then what's prosthetics? This one? Cool. Okay. Like I said, a little rusty at this game at this point, but that is A-okay. And maybe, I'm kind of covering the prosthetic tools, aren't I? Maybe I'll move myself a little bit later, but for right now, I'm going to leave my face where it is. Anyway. So, we can purchase spirit emblems. Nice. Let's do that. That's one thing that, like a pro tip for Sekiro, if you haven't played it before. If you don't know what to do with your money, buy some fucking spirit emblems, because that's one of my biggest problems with this game is that, like, if you're up against a tough boss and you're like losing over and over and you're just like continuously trying, you're just trying to get good, trying to learn their moveset, trying to beat them, but you also want to, mix in some prosthetic tools, and like, what's it called? Not weapon arts, but like skills and stuff, like, some of the skills that you acquire later on. One of the things that it almost kind of discourages you from doing that in a way, because like you have a finite amount of tries. It's similar to the blood vial problem, where it's like, oh, okay, if I run out of blood vials, I have to go back and do a run for blood vials. And I felt like I had to do that a lot in my first playthrough with spirit emblems. And maybe, that's not other people's experience, but that was mine. And it made me not want to use them as much. It made me rely on them less. It felt like it was discouraging me from, from making use of an item that is really, really quite important. Okay, hold on. I'm going to drop because I want to get the Gashin sugar down here. Oh. Nice. Okay, so we're going to use one of these. Nice. Okay. We're going to get our bundled Jizo. Bundled Jizo. Wait, isn't there a Gashin sugar down here? I could have sworn there was a Gashin sugar down here. My fucking... Oh, maybe it's down here. There we go. Okay, so the Gashin sugar definitely going to come in handy in a minute here. Alright, let's go ahead and do... Is there any way to get up from here? Thought there might be, but maybe not. Alright, so we are going to go up top. And I'm kind of rushing through. Like, I'm not going to fight every single guy in this game because, I'm, just trying to kind of move through the world quickly, and talk about, like, what we like and what we don't like about it. To the best of our ability. Okay, so we got our guy here, but I have no money. So I'm going to kill everyone here to get their money. Nice. There's some money. So that guy's looking out. This guy's also looking out. We did good. We did good. So where is our big boy friend? I know there's a big boy back here. I'm going to try to get the drop on him. Where did that guy go? The big lad. Where's the big lad? I know he's around here somewhere. So one thing I like about this game is that the enemies have a lot of personality. I like that they go on patrols. That's something they've been doing since Bloodborne, so that's not like new to the series. But I like that you can eavesdrop on them. Like they're actually like, there's a lore reason for why they're against you. They're not hollows or like, you know, losing their minds. Like they're actually like characters in their own right with their own, you know, motivations. And a lot of times you can find out their motivations by eavesdropping, and that's really cool. And I like that a lot. Alright, who is this? Where is this? Oh, I see him. He's fucking hiding. This motherfucker. Alright, so we got a guy up here. I'm gonna hug wall. And probably gonna unhug. I'm being a bit overly cautious. Take a knife to the throat, sir. Or a sword to the throat, rather. But I love that, especially early on, this game gives you ways to like deal with these enemies that isn't just like direct confrontation. I think that's great in pretty much any game, really. Give people options on how to approach these combat scenarios. Always good stuff. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, ah! Oh god, he almost kicked me off the fucking ledge. Damn. My first death to these mooks? Are you serious? That's embarrassing. Ooh, the resurrect mechanic. Okay. So I have a lot of mixed feelings about this particular mechanic that I will get into shortly. We get it, dude. Stop. Cool, so we got the ceramic shard. Okay, so as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by that piece of shit. Okay, we get an okay. Alright, how are we doing on enemies? Oh, we got one over here. I've been playing so much Sifu, it's kind of like fucking with my button orientation a little bit, but that's okay. Should I fight this general? I might do that in a little bit. I don't want to do that just yet. Obviously, I'm going to fight the ogre, because we have to. But as I was saying, the resurrection mechanic has, you know, things that are good about it and things that are bad about it. I like it because it gives you, obviously, a second chance at, you know, defeating these bosses. But there's downsides to it as well. And, like, so, okay. Alright, let's talk to her. I'm not your son. Say nothing. I am your son. So she's giving us the bell. We're gonna go into the memory. So we can find things. And there's Inosuke, her son, over there. It's a nice little bit of lore. Good stuff. Lore, quote unquote. Like, it's just kind of like a little story. It doesn't really amount to much outside of just getting this bell. These people are from Hirata. They're refugees from Hirata, since Hirata was sacked by by bandits and the Interior Ministry. A combination of the two. Hello. Oh god. Oh my god, my first actual death to a fucking chicken. Are you serious? Oh my god. That's embarrassing. Oh, you never really know what's gonna happen in a game like this. Okay. So here we are. We just lost some of our sen, but that's okay. Let's continue on. So we got our general down there. But yeah, so as I was saying about the resurrection mechanic, right? Yeah, fuck it. I guess let's just take on the general. I don't really care. Oh shit, why did I do that? I need to get used to the button mapping. Yeah, we get it. Okay, yeah, like, I like that with mini-bosses, you kind of have more options. Like, I like... The one thing I really like about the mini-bosses in this game is that they're pretty fun. They get reused a little bit, which is kind of a... Oh, fuck, I totally forgot this guy had a gourd seed. Yeah, I would have definitely fought him if I knew that. But yeah, one of the things I really like about the mini-bosses in this game is that they're plentiful. Like, they're at least as plentiful as... There's a ton of them. And they are almost, like... I mean, usually the main bosses are a bit more dynamic. And that's cool. I'm definitely not getting killed by another one of you guys. Get giant cocks are always, you know, fucking me up. I mean, that's not true, but it's funny to say. It's a funny word. Okay. Oh god, I don't want to... Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. Don't mind me. Just murdering you, that's all. Okay. Kill you too. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. I probably just could have just gone back to the dilapidated temple before, but God, I keep pushing the wrong button. I just played Dark Souls, so I was kind of like using that button for other things. You know, that's just my like strong attack. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and can we purchase spirit emblems? We can. We're going to. Whenever we can, we will, because we have money bags, so we don't need to worry too much about that. So we're gonna go ahead and travel. So what was I saying before regarding what's it called? God damn, I'm sure I remembered. Oh yeah, we got a gourd seed. So, okay. I know I was going to talk about the resurrection mechanic, and I will again soon. But first I'm going to talk about health in this game. And this kind of plays into the resurrection mechanic a little bit. So, I have a pretty big issue with the way Sekiro handles health in general. So in this game, you start with way less health than like you have in any other game in the series. And yes, it gives you stealth so you can avoid conflict more easily, which I appreciate. But on the other hand, you die in way less hits in general, like 2 or 3 hits from like a mook will kill you. That's not quite as true for like, you know, the earlier games in the Souls series. Like you can get killed pretty quickly by like a regular enemy in like Dark Souls or Demon Souls, but it's not to this extreme, you know? Okay, the Bell Buddha, we're gonna head there next because we want to get as many prosthetics as we can, as early on as we can. So, yep, we get it. Offer the bell to the Buddha. Good stuff. I didn't mean to talk to you. Sorry about that. Also, I need to get the firecrackers at some point. We'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so we can go ahead and pray. And I still don't think I have any, like, He hasn't given me like the esoteric text yet, which is something that I definitely need to get my hands on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and speed through that cutscene. Now, the memory's a little funny, because obviously 3 years ago we didn't have the prosthetic arm, but we're remembering it like we did. I mean, memory's weird in general. You can argue that, you know, memories are fake. Your memories can be so you know, kind of skewed. But, like, you know, it's clearly taking some liberties with the fact that this is a video game. And that's okay. That's all right. We're not going to cry about it. Okay. So where do I get my second gourd seed? I kind of forget. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got our guy here. He tells us that this happened a long time ago. Ask what year it is. The year of the Dragon's Spring Pilgrimage, which was 3 years ago. And this is essentially, what I like about this flashback sequence is that it's essentially kind of telling us about how we came to be in Kuro's service and why he gave us his blood. You know, because we rescued him. We showed devotion and loyalty. And those are qualities that he admired in us and, you know, wanted to take us into his service because he couldn't throw away that devotion so lightly. And that is why we are an undead freak. Alright. Okay, so swimming mechanics, obviously. Sekiro has, like, weirdly good swimming mechanics. Like when we get the Mibu breathing technique later in the game and we're able to go underwater, we're able to dive. Like, you know, it's funny, because fighting Headless underwater, literally better than fighting them above ground. The Headless fights in this game suck. I don't know anyone who likes them. They're all horrible. Shichiman Warriors, I actually prefer. I think those are more interesting, just in general. I find them way more fun to fight. But Headless just slow you down. Nice. Got some treasure carps. We gonna get any more? Okay, this NPC in the pot, really funny. Apparently Miyazaki designed that one specifically. So good on you, Miyazaki, for being such a fun-loving boy. You know, we love you. We love you for that, you know. Nice, so we got three treasure carp scales. We're gonna be able to get any more before we go underwater. I don't believe so. Okay, missed opportunity in this game. It never lets you go underneath a waterfall to find a secret treasure. I mean, there is a treasure in the Mibu village that is kind of like sort of barely underneath the waterfall. It's not far enough underneath the waterfall, so it doesn't count in my opinion. Less cool than it could be. Missed opportunity. I'm hoping we see underwater, like a treasure or an area hidden in a waterfall in Elden Ring that would redeem FromSoft from this horrible mistake. Alright, purchase items with scales. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have it quite enough. The mass fragment. Okay, so I keep getting kind of cut off because I keep running into things that I want to talk about more, and I'm sorry if my thoughts are a bit scatterbrained this evening. But okay, so we got the floating passage text, which is combat art. It'd be fun to get that one. I might save up for it. And then we have the mask fragment. The withered red gourd is actually useful, especially when you fight the demon of hatred later on. And then divine grass. So I think I'm gonna hold off, save my shit, and we'll just continue on. Great NPC though. So we're gonna sneak up on this fucking Doge. Okay. We're gonna kill him. And you can basically brute force a lot of these guys. A lot of the levels in this game are really cool, or like are really well designed, like from like a wireframe perspective. Like I really like that this, like from what I understand, and I think it's pretty clear, this level seems like probably the first level they designed, similar to how the Painted World was the first level they designed for Dark Souls, when they made Dark Souls 1. And the reason I believe that is because of the way it's structured. It really makes use of, you know, the different ways to approach certain areas. It's a little bit less distinct than a lot of the other areas you run into later on, at least in my opinion. But it's still nice, and it's still like, it does a great job of introducing you to the mechanics at large, which I appreciate immensely. So I think it does a really good job as kind of like a secondary tutorial level, although the bosses in this area, I would argue, are much more difficult than the ones in the actual first area, Ashina Outskirts. Alright, so we're not going to go down there just yet. We don't have to kill these guys, so I'm just going to continue on our merry way here. So we got to do our best to rush through so we're not here all day. Okay, purchase spirit emblems. Yes, we will. We will always. And we will grab one of these. And let me see. I'm going to try something. As far as like kind of speeding through this area a little bit, we're going to just head on over this way. Does frame rate look okay for you guys? It's hard to say how things look over here. Okay, so one other thing I really love about this game, oh god, he says right as he gets shot with a fucking arrow, is that if you're overwhelmed in an encounter, you can just leave, re-establish stealth, and try to approach it from a better vantage point. I think that is awesome. You know, it really helps with like managing mobs and like just kind of not getting overwhelmed. I just really like that. I think that's really great. So as I was saying about like health and the resurrection mechanic from before. Okay, so here we're gonna kind of go a different way here. This is a big area with a lot of boys, so we're gonna just try to be real smart about how we approach this. So they have a lookout. But we want to kill these guys so we can get ourselves. Oh. Oh god, I fucking... Oh no, run! Okay, let's get out of here. I kind of weirdly got stun locked there. Like, I guess because I was facing the other way, my shit didn't work. It didn't let me deflect that shit, and the camera wasn't on my side in that moment. And that's okay. So we need to talk about the camera in FromSoft games. It's never been good. Never been good, ever. Like, it always will let you get fucked, and that does kind of suck. Like, it gives you a lot of control over the camera, which I can kind of appreciate, but at the cost of just like you getting caught in a corner or like being up against a wall, not being able to see shit. Alright, hold on. Alright, now we're gonna... Oh. Man, I can't wait to get the recovery mechanic where you recover health when you do a death blow. Oh hey, what's up? Okay, come on. I'm so used to like rushing these dudes. Can you guys tell I'm rusty? It's been a little while since I played Sekiro. Nice, so we got the flame barrel. That's going to come in handy against the chained ogre. we're just going to grab the axe, and then we will continue on our merry way. Is there anything else? Any other goodies in here? I think we're good. I think that's the main crux of it. Oof. Also, I like that this game makes it easier than ever to deal with dogs just by giving you the shuriken. Hey, what's up? That's nice, because dogs are notoriously shitty in Souls games. So now, one thing this game does really well is is the presentation. It does a great job of kind of making sure you know what you're experiencing. Like it basically explains very clearly, like, this is an invasion. As long as you stop and talk to this guy on the side of the road, which it really wants you to do clearly by placing him where he is. It just does a great job of doing that. There's obviously, like, you know, everything's on fire. You can kind of tell that things are in a state of disarray at this estate. And you barely remember what happened, so you're kind of just trying to figure it out yourself. This is just one dude. Fuck him. What's going on? Alright, so we're going to open our little shortcut over here. We're going to get ourselves the axe. I guess we'll do the axe first. Okay, so Eavesdrop Mechanic, one of my favorite things about this game. I really hope this comes back in Elden Ring, because it allows you to get, like, story and lore in, like, the ambient way that FromSoft likes to deliver that information, in a way that makes, like, more sense than just, like, reading an item description. Like, I love that you get the lore in the story, and a lot of the lore and elements of the story by reading an item description, but I like it even more. I like getting it this way even more, because this way you clearly have, like, a point of view from the characters that you're listening to. It shows a lot of their personality, and it also, it just kind of makes, you know, it makes sense that, especially as, like, since it's, like, an extension of the stealth, it makes sense that, like, you'd be able to overhear, like, sane people talking. And in Dark Souls, everyone has gone mad, so it kind of, you know, it makes a little bit more sense that you wouldn't have eavesdropping capabilities. But I'm really hoping, because Elden Ring, I believe, you know, most of the enemies, it's not like a Dark Souls where, like, most of the enemies have, like, lost, you know, their sanity at this point. They're, like, beyond, you know, they're not, like, really all there in the head anymore. It seems like everyone, there's, like, a lot of factions, a lot of, you know, different, you know, groups and militaries that serve, you know, particular people, and it would just make all the sense in the world. Oh. Not sure what that was. Sorry guys, something went off in my apartment. Not sure what the hell it was, but I'm gonna check it out in just a second here. After I kill this dude. Okay. Alright, we're gonna pause. I'm gonna go on a quick intermission. I will be right back, so stay tuned. All right, guys. Sorry to go on break like that. It was my bike. My bike just like fell over for no apparent reason. For a second, I thought I had a break in. So sorry about that. Anyway, continuing on with Sekiro here. We're gonna go ahead and let's see what we got to do now. So where were we? Oh yeah, I just paused so I could not get attacked by a chicken. Now I remember. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, get the axe. The axe is actually, I think, kind of an underrated prosthetic tool. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, and I need to actually finish some of the points that I bring up because I feel like I'm not doing that, and I apologize if I'm not being clear on my with my criticisms because I keep getting distracted. It's a bit of a side effect of my ADHD. I apologize for that. That being said, the what's it called? All right, cool. So we got our way back. We're looking good. I think we're good. I mean, maybe we can talk to Anayama. Get some items real quick. There's got to be some gold coin purses around here, right? It's probably not necessary to get them right now, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna head back. Let me see. Yeah, let me go over here. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up and over. We're gonna just get the hell out of this area. Right. I know there's another bundle Jizo around here somewhere, but we don't really need that right now. So we got an Unga Bunga sugar. And, alright, I think there's a spirit emblem over here. Nice. Cool, so we'll come back here now that we've gotten that out of the way. And, am I missing... there's gotta be another gourd seed around here somewhere, right? I know I'm missing, one. I should have been able to get another one pretty early on. I'm just trying to figure out where it would be. Excuse me. Okay, so we'll just head back to Ashina Outskirts. And we'll go to our dilapidated temple so we can get those prosthetic tools equipped. Oh, we also need to grab the firecrackers, but we don't need to necessarily do that right away. Oh, also, do I have one thing I want to pick up? Oil. Fuck yes. Okay, because we're going to need that to take on the big boy that we're going to take on pretty soon. Oh god. Of course I would do some shit like that. Okay, cool. So we got two. Maybe we get the third from the ogre. That's very possible. Okay, so now he's giving us the esoteric text. Sweet. Okay, cool. So we get the esoteric text. We're allowed to cash in our skill points. That's great. Alright, so he's talking about the memory. We're not going to engage with that a ton, right? Oh, right. We came here to have you equip our Shinobi tools. That's what I keep forgetting. Present Shinobi Prosthetic. Get new prosthetic. Do this one. And this one. So he gave us some prosthetic arts as well, which is cool. So, okay, so we just got these skills, right? So I kind of like the different skills. Like, I like them in concept. In practice, I think they're a little... there's only a couple of them that I find to be actually useful. Like, obviously, Ichimonji is, you know, the skill to beat. Ichimonji double in particular. It's just like, you know, the fact that it recovers posture, deals posture damage, and, like, you know, deals damage itself. It just makes it such a powerhouse move. So we're going to go ahead and acquire skills. But the problem I have here is the goddamn that they don't give you the Makiri counter right off the bat. Because, I'm sorry, making something that's so... Like, you literally... Maybe someone can prove me wrong, but I don't think you can actually beat the game without the Makiri counter. The final boss, like... I mean, maybe by, like, cheesing him, but that would take, like, hours. Like, Or like that would take like so long to cheese the final boss. Like you have to just like the way to beat the final boss is get good at the Makiri counter. And like that's the way you beat like a lot of like bosses that you actually have to fight. Like you legitimately like cannot, you know, I know that technically if you deflect at the exact right time you can deflect a thrust, but like it's just not as reliable. So the Makiri counter, it's cruel to me that they make you buy that it's not something you can do from the start. You know, maybe tutorialize it a little, like when it becomes relevant, but the fact that you have to purchase that is ridiculous. And there's other things on this list that I kind of feel the same way about, but the Makiri counter is like the number one offense with that. And this isn't a problem just with Sekiro, this is a problem with games that have skill trees in general. The Witcher 2 has a skill tree and it works very similarly, where the Witcher 2 is basically completely unplayable. It's super hard at the start because you don't have the skills necessary to actually like dodge out of range of weapons, considering like the hitboxes are so fucked in that game. So you have to like eventually get that skill by speccing into like a certain skill, you know, skill tree or whatever. I do want to get this Chasing Slice. That's a good one. Like some of these are okay to have as like something like this, but like Midair Prosthetic, like tool kind of feels weird that you don't get that right from the start. It seems so basic, you know, like it should be included. Give Gourd Seed. Okay, we don't have any Gourd Seed to give. Cool. All right, we're gonna move on. But like, yeah, I hate when games do that, when they like cordon off what's it called? Or cordon off the like necessary things from you, like mechanics and skills that like you just need. You know, it's like, what if you chose to just not purchase anything on that skill tree? Well, you would have to eventually find out like, what am I missing? I don't know if I've seen anyone beat the game without and I'm sure there's someone who's done it, some crazy person who's spent like, you know, thousands of hours getting really good at like, you know, just learning every single time, the timing for every single one of Sword Saint's attacks. But that's just not how I like to play these games. So that, you know, I find that to be kind of lame. You know, good on them for getting good, I guess. But like, to me, I'm just like, I'm not into that. Like, that's not how I want to engage with a game like this. Okay, we're getting to the wall gate, and we will just head straight to our guy, the merchant. We're going to use one of these. We get down there. Nice. I knew I could do that without taking fall damage. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna get the, what's it called? Oh. Nice. Okay. Nice. I totally missed this guy the first time I played. They did a really good job of hiding him in plain sight. Alright, purchase items. I don't have quite enough, but I can fix that. Sell items. Litecoin purse. Yes. How many of these do I have? I have 6. So let's sell 2, 3, 3, right? Or 2. Let's do 2 and just like kill a mook. We'll do 2 and then we'll kill a fucking mook somewhere. Like this guy down here. Alright, so now we should have enough. Oh. Jump off a cliff, please. Okay. Okay, I'm probably going to mention... So, I want to get back into the resurrection mechanic, right? So, on its face, I think... God damn it. My fucking bike fell again. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. Probably need to put some air in the tires or something. Okay. So, Speed run, yeah, baby. How you doing, Wicked Truth? Thanks for coming through. All right, so we're gonna get some items. Wicked Truth, have you ever played Sekiro? You ever try it out? I don't know if it would be your type of game, but it's pretty different from like Bloodborne or Dark Souls or Neo for that matter. Okay, let me see. I need Robert's Firecrackers. Thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go down here. I have not. That's okay. I mean, like, it's definitely not my favorite game by this studio, by FromSoft. Like, I prefer Bloodborne or Dark Souls 1. But it's neat in some ways. Like, it's, you know... Oh, I'm so close to 2 points here. I'm gonna kill these guys, too, because... But it adds, like it's really different. It's basically a totally different type of game, almost, I would say. Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Like, it's basically like a stealth game with, like, totally different combat mechanics than what you would come to get used to if you had played, like, FromSoft games. So you actually might take to it a little bit better because, oh, shit. Because it doesn't, like, kind of use your soul's muscle memory against you. Like it did for me. Oh, fuck yeah. So we got the skill point. And it's like, it doesn't have RPG mechanics at all. Like, it's kind of, you know, just an action game. I've seen a lot of gameplay, and it's certainly interesting. Might pick it up on sale, but let's see. Also, got my eye on Ghost of Tsushima is really good. I think Ghost of Tsushima being open world makes there's a lot of similarities between both the games. They both have, like, a heavy emphasis on, like, stealth. They have similar themes, and, like, similar, like, artistic styles in just the sense of, like, what they, you know, what they look like. Also, Wicked Truth, could you do me a favor, and if you notice, like, a bunch of dropped frames, can you just, like, let me know? Just, like, say, like, hey, your stream looks shitty, homie. I know that's asking a lot of you, but just in case you notice it. As I'm trying to keep an eye on it, it's hard to tell. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and acquire skills. And Wicked Truth, as I was saying before, one of the things I don't like about this game is that this is, like, Makiri counter, like, being able to, like, step on someone's sword or, like, spear when they stab it at you. That is, like, something you literally need to beat the game, and I hate that it's something you have to buy, because it's literally essential. So, that's, like, a demerit against this game, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is fun. I would definitely, like, if you wanted to co-op in that sometime, I would totally be down to do something like that. I co-oped in it with a friend in the past, and it was, like, a really good time. Okay, so we're going to go down here and talk to Anayama real quick. It just feels like there's, like, frames dropping. So Ghost is weird. There's online mechanics. There's, like, they have what's it called? That night. Yeah. So this, one thing I like about this encounter is if you've met him in the memory, you'll be able to say, yeah, I do remember that night. So. Do I want to purchase information? Sure. So then he'll actually give you something for free if, And right now I'm just investing in his business because, yeah, we already... Oh, okay, so he gives us oil because, you know, we paid for information that we already have. Another thing I love are these remnants. I don't know how they make sense with the world, but I just like them as, like, diegetic storytelling. Very few of us left. I wonder if that means Emma was also from Hirata, because we know that Kuro is from the House of Hirata. So yeah, that's interesting. I was dropping frames. Shit. God. I'm trying to think what I can do about that without like just stopping the stream outright. Yeah, I don't know. Like when I do this, are frames dropping? It looks like they kind of are. Let me see. I might, because that does suck. I definitely don't want to be dropping frames. I might pause the stream. I might like temporarily stop it and then start it up again, like in just a second. Just to see if I'm gonna like adjust the setting real quick, see if that will. Let me go on break for just a moment, and I'll adjust some settings. I'll be right back. All right, are we looking any better now, or is there still... we still dropping? It's hard to say. Because obviously I need to get this right if I'm going to play Elden Ring tomorrow, at least on stream. I guess let me fight this boss, and we'll see how we do, and that'll tell us if how we're doing, I guess. All right. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, so we got another Eavesdrop. One of the things I really like about this game is that it, outside of just like item descriptions and talking to NPCs, you can eavesdrop on people and get some of the story that way. And it also gives you tips about how to beat upcoming bosses and mini-bosses. You know, they're talking about how the upcoming mini-boss is weak to fire, which we're going to use against it. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah, so I love diegetic storytelling like that. Really, really, really cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fight that big boy up there after we kill these boys. Sorry for killing your friend. Okay, so I'm going to equip a sugar real quick. Some gachins. And maybe I won't equip it, but I'll just use one, because I need to basically... I want to try to get a death blow on this guy, because you can do it with gachi and sugar. Yeah, here, let's give it a shot. So we're going to go ahead and do it. And then he won't, like, aggro to you right away, so you can sneak up on him, get a death blow really quick. Oh, shit, I fucked it up. Oh god, I fucked it up. That was dumb of me. Oh, come on, man. Forget how to change my prosthetic tools. That's not it. Alright, hold on. I'm fucking up. Let me figure out my fucking shit for a second. How do I change prosthetic tools? What am I doing wrong? Use prosthetic tool. Wait, So how the fuck do I cycle prosthetic tools then? Alright, hold on. I'm missing something. It's been so long since I played this. Let me see. Attack, use prosthetic tool, grappling hook, action, use item, eavesdrop. Let me see. Cycle prosthetic tool is Y? Why the fuck would it be Y, though? Wait. So it's Y? That feels weird. I don't know, maybe it was just different on, Okay. Alright, whatever, this is fine. Alright. Now we're in a better position. It's weak to fire, so we're gonna fuck him up a bit with that. Oh god, that probably should have captured us. That was the hitbox is working with us that time. Oh god. Somehow we managed to avoid that. There we go. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, hit this boy with another. Oof, that was close. Oh god, fuck me. I did not mean to push that button. That was a failure on my part. Alright, we're gonna get away from him for a second. Heal. Heal. Oh god, I need to remap this shit. Whoop. Oof, god damn it. I'm so used to playing this on PS4, playing it on with an Xbox controller is just absolutely fucking me up. And the buttons are, like, the layout, as far as I recall, is completely different on, so close. Okay, hold on. Need to get out of range of this guy for a second, get my shit together. Alright, so I think we're okay. I'm gonna unequip Gachins, because that didn't end up working. Can you tell I haven't played this game in a while, guys? Can you tell? Oof, okay. Oof, okay, there we go. I'm so used to things being mapped differently, it's like... Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright. Alright, so we got fire on this boy again. That's gonna help us. Oof, okay. Okay, we're good, we're good. Everything in this game is blockable, which I actually really like. I'm hoping some of that comes back in Elden Ring too. Like, just like, you know, being able to block, like, oh god, I'm dead. Sad. Alright. That's okay. How are we doing on drop frames? Yeah, but I've beaten the game, dude. I have to, and I'm positing myself as an expert of Souls. Not an expert, but like someone who has played these games, is decent at them enough to, you know, have a diverse opinion on them, I suppose. Okay. So, how's the frame rate looking? Is it still kind of wonky? It's hard to say at the moment. I'm debating whether I should knock my bitrate down a bit, or potentially even put it up a bit. Getting better? Okay. I think I'm going to stop the stream real quick, adjust my bitrate, and then boot it back up again. So yeah, yeah, it still looks a little wonky. I'm gonna do some stuff, try to make it look a little bit better, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I think I just did the bitrate. Let's see if we're looking a little bit better now. Let me go ahead and get back into the game. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna do Agachins. Okay. Looking any better? Still hard to say. Alright, here, I'll play for a little bit. We'll take on this boss again, and we'll see how we're looking in just a moment. Ooh. I hate making noise when I'm trying to stealth. But it is realistic. You can't just, like, you know, fucking run through an area that's filled with, like, you know, fucking clown noises in order to... Okay, so we got our boy up there. I'm gonna take these. So, okay, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and apply our Gachins. Oh shit. Oh fuck, he noticed me. God damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna remove it. We'll fight him. We'll beat him the old-fashioned way. Alright, let's do it. Oof. Alright. Oof. Okay. We're good, we're good. You know, like fire, this Oonga Boonga man. Oh, whew. Close one. Oh, what? I blocked that shit. Okay, that was weird. That was some camera fuckery going on. Gotta keep the pressure on him. There we go. Nice. Alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it. Oh, fuck, the camera. When you unlock, Alright, fuck me. Enough excuses. I just need to get good. I hate that mentality, but that's, you know, that's the reality of the situation. Alright, so, god, I need to remap something, because this is starting to get on my nerves. Well, actually, hold on. Because I keep pushing X when I want to use an item, and I know X is used for other things that are important, so I don't want to necessarily remap it. Okay. Let's just do our best. Yeah, because like right now it's the key bindings that are fucking me up the most. Oh, come on, that was some hitbox bullshit. Oh, God. What is this, my first time playing this game? I'm getting fucked up by this guy again? Oh god, this is embarrassing. And now I'm out of, I'm almost out of oil. That sucks. Okay, well, we'll just have to do our best with what we got. I'm gonna still hit him with fire. Might just hit him with some more than I usually do. Is frame rate looking any better? Alright, I'll try to hit him with the Gachins one more time, just to be fully, you know, fully on my game. We know he can see us real quick, so we'll try to do it fast. Go ahead and use it. Oh shit, he might have already seen us. Oh shit, I think he already saw us. Yep, he sure did. So, I will say, this guy isn't a great early game boss, and the reason is that he teaches you to dodge, and Sekiro, typically, you don't want to dodge. That's not, like, the preferred tactic. I'm just gonna remove Gachins, because it's kind of getting in the way. But, like, yeah, like, dodging isn't, like, the tactic that you should be going for most of the time. Like, normally you want to deflect and, like, counter. So the fact that, like, this first boss, the first, like, real boss in the game kind of reinforces, like, Soul's muscle memory isn't really great, in my opinion. I think that's kind of like, and this is a larger problem with Sekiro as a whole, is that it kind of, god damn it, is that it kind of teaches you the wrong lesson sometimes. Like, or, you know, it like, occasionally will just teach you, like, a lesson that is counterintuitive to the way you're meant to be playing the game. God damn it, the button mapping is fucking being fucked with me. Here, I'm gonna keep wanting to push X for items, possibly because I just played, oof, okay. Oh, come on. Well, that actually probably was correct. You actually did get me. No drop frames? Alright, so we're gonna go do one of these. Yeah, like, just the fact that, like, the first boss in this game, like, teaches you kind of, like, the wrong lesson, I think is pretty, you know, pretty bad. Like, that's, you know, that's pretty counterintuitive, and that's the thing, just, oh god, fuck me, I'm dead. Oh god. Oh, I got another resurrect, nice, okay, awesome. Alright, I need to heal myself. We're gonna use the pellet. Alright, let's do it. Let's go, boss. Oh, fuck. That was a classic case of pushing the attack. Like, I was pushing dodge, but I already pushed attack twice, so... God damn it. Better than the Neo 2 first mini-boss. Gozukai made a lot of people quit. Is that the, like, big horseman? God, I've already started spreading Dragon Rot. That's embarrassing. I expect it to be a fucking Gyobu Masataka Oniwa by now. So I'm fucking up, guys. Sorry about that. But I guess that's, you know, people do like to watch people be bad at this game, so whatever. Yeah, Dragon Rot. Dragon Rot's some bullshit. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Motherfucking elbow drop into Suplex City. Yeah, that fucking horse. That, honestly, dude, like, I would never have beaten that if we hadn't been playing it together. Alright, give Gourd Seed. We don't have a Gourd Seed to give, so fuck off. So, yeah, Dragon Rot's some bullshit, and the reason is, okay, so, it's a good idea, it's just executed really, really poorly. And I know I keep going on, like, tangents, with this game, and I apologize for that, but, like, just to explain why Dragon Rot is some dumb shit. It's a mechanic that, basically the idea is that when you die, like, the more you die and the more you come back to life, it's basically like the cost of resurrection. The more you come back to life, the more you, like, essentially the more you spread Dragon Rot, which is a plague. It's Rona. You're spreading Rona by dying and coming back, and specifically by coming back to life. Like, resurrection, the cost of your resurrective power, the thing that keeps bringing you back and allowing you to try again in this game, is also the thing that is literally, like, causing, like, other people to get sick and die. Oh, come on. Now I'm fucking up against this guy. God damn it. I'm playing like ass right now. Alright, well, it's not looking good, folks. I've used up all my, God damn it. Well, should we try the Gachins one more time? I suppose. Why not? Okay. Oh god. Okay. So we're gonna do Gachins one more time. We'll try it out. Man, I keep pushing the wrong button. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do this whole time. Oh, okay. So there we go. Okay, now we're not on the right prosthetic tool, which is mapped to Y for some reason. Fuck off. We can flick burn, he's gonna be fucked up for a while. Oh god, okay. And we were already kind of fucked ourselves with that. Oh god. Alright, let's go up here, we'll heal. Which should be mapped to X. I'm not sure why I mapped it the way I did. Oh, oh god. There we go. I'm already fucking myself with this. Oh my god. I blocked that, but I was in the air. And that's another thing that you don't get until later is the mid-air deflection, so you know, another. Oh god. God damn it. Oh shit. That's embarrassing. Oh my god, dude. At this rate. This stream is a disaster already. Maybe I should just give up and not play Elden Ring. No. No, we're gonna do it, bros. We're gonna do it. Alright, here we go. Okay. Is the frame rate still okay? I don't know. I keep like looking over at the stream and it's kind of looking funky. But so Dragonrot, like I said, like the problem with Dragonrot is that it's not tied to a mechanical decision. And not everything needs to be, but like the fact that like you have the option, you get the option when you revive to either come back to life or not, and you can choose to, and the choice is so arbitrary because, oh god damn it, okay. Also at this point in the game, like your heals do nothing, which is also frustrating. So yeah, there's a lot of, you know, like that's the thing is like if you're gonna give the players the choice to come back from the dead, wouldn't it be more of an elegant mechanic like Dragonrot if it was like tied to a decision that you make? Like if you choose to come back and fight again, if you choose to revive, that's when Dragonrot takes effect. That would make a ton more sense if you ask me. Oh god, fuck me. This guy kills you in basically one hit, and like, unless you're at full health, it will be a one-hit KO. Yeah. Oh, come on, I was jumping out of there. Oh god, now I have like no health. Great, fuck me. Oh god. It jumps kind of right into that attack. God damn it. Frames better on your end? Okay, that's awesome. God damn it, man. Getting my ass beat. This is embarrassing. If I die one more time, I'm gonna take on Harada instead, because this is, at this point, this is just sad. I can't believe this guy's giving, like, the last time I played this, was maybe like, I don't know, like 8 months ago. And I like beat this guy first try. I know that's kind of like, you know, not trying to suck my own dick here, but like this guy wasn't even this hard for me like on my first time playing the game. you know, nonetheless, like, my fucking, like, third. But hey, what are you gonna do? Oh, come on. I was out of his range, wasn't I? You see, this boss teaches you to play this game like Souls, and that's not good. In the sense that, like, you know, you're meant to, like, be... You're meant to be blocking and deflecting and not... Oh, God. That, like, kind of clipped me. Oh, God, yeah. Jesus. Fuck me. One hit KO again. Here we go. Alright. Oof. There's not a lot of time to dodge those attacks either, which that I'm okay with, but... Alright, there we go. One. Got one on him. Oh, come on. He didn't even flinch from the fire. I guess he was still in his recovery animation, so... Oh, that's so shitty, though. Man's gonna be the first ogre in the WWE. Yeah, he's a real, he's got all the fucking pro wrestler moves down. Alright, I'm gonna try this guy one more time. If I lose, we'll go to Harada, because I'm sure this is boring for all of you. This guy's supposed to be speaking authoritatively on what this game succeeds and fails at. Can't even beat the Chained Ogre. Literally debunked. God, I was expecting to first try this dude, to be honest, because I even set myself up for success by getting the flame barrel early on. Okay, hold on. Before I do anything else, I need to remap some of this shit, because the controller stuff is what's fucking me up at the moment. Okay, let me see. Okay, I need to action, hold loot, hold collect loot. I'm gonna switch this to this. Okay, and then use item is gonna be X instead, because that's what's fucking me up right now. And then let me actually go back here. And what is Y right now? I know Y is Eavesdrop, Touch Revenant, and then Y is switch our prosthetic. I would rather switch like the prosthetic thing to Cycle Prosthetic Tool. I'd rather put that on the down arrow, if I'm being perfectly honest. Oh, well, I guess... I guess down is Eavesdrop, but I don't know. I guess I'll leave it as is. I'll leave it as Y. But yeah, now with X as my thing, that'll make it way easier. But yeah, like, so Dragon Rot, like, and another problem with Dragon Rot is that, like, it never actually has any real effect on anything, you know? Like, because NPCs, like, yeah, like, it'll stop NPC questlines, but most of the NPC questlines in this game aren't that interesting anyway. God damn it. Wonderful. Alright, run. Run. Here we go. X. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Nice. Alright. I mean, I like how cinematic this game is. Alright, so we got him with the fire. We're gonna take him down more and more and more. Oh, there we go. Oh god, and there we go. never revived, but goddamn, that's frustrating. All right, we're gonna run. We're gonna use our heal. Oh man, I'm feeling so much better now that the heal's where I expect it to be. Oof! I shouldn't have tried to dodge that. I should have blocked that. That was my mistake. All right, this time I think we got him. Yep, we got him. God, that took way longer than it needed to. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, guys. So fucking unnecessary. I should have had that first try. Alright, we're heading straight to Gyobu. I'm not going to bother with Hirata Estate. At least not right now. Maybe I'll come back there later. Alright, we're heading on up. So, anyway, as I was saying before... yeah, this is locked. We got the Jar Monocular, which is a handy thing to get. Allows us to get a closer look at things. Where is that? Jar Monocular, here we go. Allows us to look really close. Okay, so we got that. We got this. Oh shit. Right, I should probably go rest at the fucking Sculptor's Idol here. Also, I know I'm missing a Gourd Seed. I know there's another one I can get at this point in time, and I just forget where it is, because it's been a while since I played this game. And that is kind of frustrating. So, one thing I wanted to say, and I've been meaning to kind of get to the health aspect of this game for a while now, is that this game, the fact that it starts you off as someone who can take more damage. Like, you take, basically, you take, like, an insane amount of damage. Like, really, like, you know, like two hits. Like, we saw with the Chained Ogre, like, one hit basically kills you. If you're not at full health, it's one hit, and that's it. And that's it for a lot of enemies for a while. Like, until you, like, get, a lot of, you know, prayer beads, to raise your stats, to raise your defense, or a lot of your defense and posture, or, like, you know, you start finding other ways to increase your physical attributes. But that's kind of a problem, though. So, like, in Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, etc., like, I get that they're a different type of game in that they are like, this is a character action game, those are action RPGs, right? So with action RPGs, you can adjust your stats in a lot of different ways. You can grind for levels just by killing enemies. You can level up, you know, at, you know, checkpoints or rest spots. You can also, you know, like, adjust your build in other ways that allow for you to kind of bolster your defense, like wear armor and stuff like that. In this game, you don't really have any way to, like, or use a shield if you're in Dark Souls as well. In this game, like, yeah, technically the sword that you use, that you block, that you can literally block everything that is not an unblockable attack with, is kind of the best shield in any FromSoft game to some degree. But the problem I have with it is that, like, this game, because it is an action, like, trying to be a character action game, but still kind of behold itself to sort of, like, the fucking balls hard nature of the Souls games, it doesn't give you enough ways to actually mitigate, like, the damage. Like, it doesn't give you ways to raise your avatar strength early on. Outside of just beating bosses or beating mini-bosses. Those are the only two ways to raise your attack power, your defense, and your posture. Your HP, your defense, and your fortitude and your posture. You have to beat bosses to do that. And, like, if you're just playing this game and you're having a ton of trouble with the bosses, like, the levels you can stealth through, but the bosses you have to, like, at least, like, even the mini-boss, even if you can get one stealth kill, you have to fight them fair for at least a little while. And the fact that oh god, why did I do that? Now I'm pushing the wrong buttons again. Okay. Alright, let's see what this guy has. I feel like he might have a gourd seed, maybe not, but he's got pellets, so let's get some pellets.
ところで旦那、私はね、この妻そこで、足そういった敵がぜひ。
Alright, so we gotta find information for him. That's cool. I like the information broker aspect of this game. Like, yeah, it's a little redundant in this game because a lot of the information that you can buy from information brokers or gather for people seems kind of arbitrary to some degree. But it's not that bad. And it's still like, I like the idea that like in a world of Shinobi where like secrets, like they trade in secrets, like that would become, I like that would become a factor. Alright, so we're going to purchase spirit emblems. Sure. Okay, and then we're going to... Do we have any skills? No, we don't. And we don't have enough prayer beads. So yeah, I think that's a... Like, here's the thing. If you're going to... Like, the difference with an RPG versus a character action game is you can make an RPG really hard, but because there's like different ways, like a lot of different ways to like improve yourself without just but without fighting bosses, you can just grind regular enemies for like in the Souls games, you can just grind regular enemies for souls. Like if you're having trouble, there are ways to improve without fighting the hardest enemies in the game. You know, like you can come back later after you've gotten good by fighting regular enemies. And like, I think that makes a lot more sense because in this game, it's only at the end of the game when you've gotten the Dragon's Mask, and that takes forever. That's like the last area in the game that you can finally level up with skill points. You can level up your strength and your stuff like that with skill, your posture and your health and your defense with skill points as opposed to prayer beads. But that takes so long to get. If they wanted that to be an option, it should have been provided much earlier. It's kind of ridiculous that it wasn't, in my opinion. Because early on, this game is balls hard at the very beginning, and like I'm like I'm not trying to make excuses for why I fucked up so hard against the Chained Ogre. I should have had him first try. Last time I played it, I did have him first try. I just kind of kept fucking up this time around, which happens to the best of us, I guess. But I think that's like a pretty big misstep for this game. Like, and like it makes it so that, god damn it, I keep pushing that button now. Maybe I shouldn't have remapped things to the degree that I did. We'll see. We'll see. I might change things back. Oh god. I don't know why they made this particular idol kind of harder to get to. I guess to make it believable why other people wouldn't be able to get up there too. Okay. Rest. Maybe I should map heal to Y. Yeah, you know what? Let me try that. Yeah, we did a rest. Okay. I have an idea. Because the mapping is fucking with me right now. Because now I'm like, trying to just collect inventory and I'm kind of fucking up. Okay. Let me go back to game options. Controller config. Okay, I have an idea. Cycle prosthetic tool will go to up. Yeah. I think that's probably better. And then action collect loot will go to X, and this will go to Y. That makes the most sense to me. I think that's how it was mapped on the PS4, so. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that feels like a pretty big misstep, and it makes it like I was never the type of person who was like, oh, these games are too hard, like the Souls games in particular, because I always felt like, and we can do the Mikiri counter on this guy. Pretty fucking sick. That's one of the coolest things in the game. I just wish they didn't make you have to buy it. I find that to be kind of stupid. But what's it called? The what was I talking about? Not the Makiri counter. The I forget. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. So we got our mini boss down there. Can't see shit. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck me. I was blocking. I mean, it sucks because they attack you from the side, and technically you're not accounting for that, so... Okay, so resurrection mechanic. Let's get back to that since I just resurrected. I'm gonna run away. Because I didn't do that very well. Okay. So, oh. So, the resurrection mechanic, right? I've been mentioning this a few times. So, like, I like that they give you the resurrection. I think that makes sense, but the problem is that, like, there's no mechanical consequence to resurrecting. And I think what they probably meant to do from the start was have... Because that's the other thing, is it blends in with Dragon Rot, right? So Dragon Rot on its... like, on paper, sounds like a really interesting idea, in the sense that it is a mechanical consequence to resurrecting, but the problem is it's actually just a mechanical consequence to dying for real. So, like, what I did right now was resurrect after getting killed, but because I ran away and I healed, Dragon Rot will not spread. Like, Dragon Rot only spreads when you die for real. And, like, that doesn't make any sense from a mechanical perspective, right? Like, what would have made more sense is if they'd made the consequence for resurrecting that Dragon Rot spread. So, like, you're making a choice. And, like, that would have been an elegant mechanic, as opposed to, you know, the bullshit that we got with this shit. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to get the guy who's banging on his pots and pans before I do anything else, because that guy's gonna sound the alarm if I go at anyone else first. Alright, we're gonna wait for them to wait to establish stealth again. And yeah, so like with Dragon Rot, like it would have been really interesting if you actually had the chance to like, if like you literally like lost out on, like I don't think it would be like killing NPCs would maybe be going a little bit too far, like if Dragon Rot persists for too long. But I like the idea of it making, like you lose a merchant, for instance. Like a merchant won't be able to sell you anything until they feel good enough to do so because they have Dragon Rot. So, like, I think that would have been like way more like it would have been way more elegant as a mechanic if there had been like some, like more consequences to Dragon Rot, because at the end of the day, like the only thing you're losing out on is NPC quest lines, which aren't that good to begin with in this game. I mean, some of them are okay. Some of them are pretty cool. Like I'm trying to think of one that's actually really good. Like, I mean, the stuff that leads to the endings is all pretty cool. Or like the different endings are all pretty cool stuff. But the stuff that's just like the general NPC end lines with Kozaru and like that weird guy who, you know, hears the shamisen, like, and then the guy who like you can like and the reason the NPC quest lines kind of suck is because the rewards for them kind of suck. Like they don't give you like good meaningful rewards for completing those NPC quest lines, which is something they did do in the past. Let me see. Try to sneak up on this dude. Uh-oh. So yeah, and that's the thing, is like, if you're going to make someone go through all the trouble of doing an NPC questline, like, the story is good on its own, and like it's nice to just have like the story be like the reward, but you got, like, in a video game, you got to give people more reward than that. Like, it's just, you know, it's just kind of ridiculous not to. And like, usually they're pretty good about that, like, especially in like, I think Dark Souls and like Demon Souls specifically, the rewards for quest lines are generally really strong. And it is disappointing that they're just not good in this game, outside of the ones that lead to like the, you know, the final endings. Those ones are good. And Black Hat Badgers is okay, but the thing is, the mechanical rewards for doing them just aren't really there. And that's the part that's a bummer. Get this boy. Oh, didn't see that coming because of the fucking camera again. Oh shit, I forgot to take out one of them. Let me go get this, let me go get this guy real quick, because he's gonna be a pain in my ass if I don't. Oh. Whoop. Come on. Oh god, okay. I wasn't sure if that was a sweep or what. Oh god, don't. Oh shit, I couldn't tell if that was a sweep. Whoop, back up. There we go. Nice. Cool, we got ourselves another prayer bead. Excellent. Alright, very good. So, yeah, and, like, I think that's, you know, and I, like I said, guys, I don't mean to be too harsh on Sekiro, but, like, I just need to call this stuff out when I see it. And, like, it's because, like, From Software are my favorite guys. Like, they are my favorite, like, game developers in the business. They've made several games that, like, are just my favorite games of all time. Like I said last night, Dark Souls, literally, like, my favorite game of all time. Like, literally changed my perspective on games, like, made me interested in game design, made me, like, want to make a game someday, stuff like that. Completely shifted my perspective. Bloodborne, also, like, in my top 5 favorite games of all time. I love that game. And Sekiro is probably, like, my third. It's kind of, like, tied with Demon Souls for being, like, my third favorite game by From Software. That neither Demon Souls nor Sekiro, like, scratch my top 5. Probably not my top 10 either, but, like, I love them both. Like, I think they're both very good. And I think Sekiro does so many things really well. It's just kind of frustrating. Here, let's rest. It's just kind of frustrating when, like, you know, you gotta, like, it does a lot of things well, but it also, like, you know, it fucks up a lot of stuff too. Like, the Dragonrot thing is just like, it's like, man, like, it's clear that they meant for Resurrection to be, like, the Dragonrot to be the cost of Resurrection, Dragonrot spreading. And they probably also meant for Dragonrot to be more harsh than it ended up being. Neither of those came to fruition, and that's just kind of sad. It feels like they scaled it back because maybe their playtesters gave them, you know, said like, oh, this is really harsh, you know. But I think it's actually harsher, and it's poorer messaging, because it kind of, still, the messaging, there's bad, like, and that's another thing about this game, is like, I like that it gives you a more straightforward tutorial, but it also kind of teaches you the wrong lessons sometimes. Like, we got that with the Ogre, right? With the Ogre, you know, this game is clearly trying to teach you, deflect, like, don't back down from your enemy, like, kind of, you know, learn their timing, deflect their shit, use the tools, like be aggressive. It's trying to instill that in you, but the first like actual like required mini boss it gives you, the ogre, is literally like a Dark Souls style boss where you can't just deflect it because it uses only grabs. And unlike with thrusts where there's a counter, the Mikiri counter, or like, you know, perfect block or perfect deflect, and sweeps where you can jump over it, there is no proper counter for grabs. And that's another criticism I have of Sekiro as a whole, is that it doesn't, like, you know, I like that it gives you counters for the other two things. It doesn't give you the counter for grabs, and it's like, well, okay, is that just like an oversight? Like, you just have to, with grabs, you basically just have to like scramble out of the way. You just got to be like, oh shit, and like either block, or not block, you got to either dodge or jump the fuck away, and it's just kind of like, it's just, there's no way to punish the enemy for doing an attack like that, where with the thrusts and with the sweeps, there are, and that's why I think the thrusts and the sweeps are actually really good, because there is a direct way to counter it, and to punish your enemy for like taking that chance, for doing, you know, a big attack that was gonna fuck you up. You're like, oh, I saw that coming, and I'm turning it back on you. I'm turning, you know, your like ultimate attack into an opening for myself, and that's brilliant. The problem is there's nothing like that for grabs, and it kind of, you just gotta like dodge out of the way, and it's like, or like get as far away as you can. And it's just kind of like, it's like, it feels like an oversight, you know, it feels like an oversight. Okay, I think we're gonna quickly go back to, I'm not sure. I want to go back to the Sculptor's Idol to get the, what's it called? But you know what, let's do the snake first, because it's fast. It's fast enough, it won't take too long. Now, I really like the snake as a set piece. It's really cool. And I love that in like every FromSoft game, there's like sort of like a dragon set piece, and in this game, it's not a dragon, but it's still like, you know, the same spirit. You know, it's cool. It's good stuff. Maybe I should, actually, before I move on, I should probably get some spirit emblems. Real quick. And I know I missed a gourd seed somewhere. I feel like I did, but I don't know. I'm blanking on where it would be. Purchase spirit emblems. Yeah. Because this snake can kill us pretty easily if we make like a single mistake, so. There we go. Also, how am I doing on... Okay, so I only have one... Oh, hold on. I know I can purchase some stuff with just one skill point, so let me do that real fast. So I like the idea of there being different skill trees. I just kind of wish they'd gone more into it. Like, it'd be cool if like you could like kind of create a build based on like the different like skills you spec'd into. Like, I kind of wish they delved into it more than they did. It feels like kind of an under, like, because a lot of the skills you get are like, oh, I just have more posture now, or like I can recover posture, I can recover health. I know there's like a little bit of a lore reason for that, depending on what path you go down. Like, I know the Senpos are really about like recovering posture, and so are the Ashina in some ways, because their attacks actually recover posture, which the Ashina skill set is probably the best. Although I do like Shadow Rush, and Mortal Draw is a really handy little skill that you can learn. So we got this, we can do this. I'm gonna learn this one. Grappling hook attack. I'm gonna do this one, because I like it. And then this one, I need to do midair deflect at some point, but I guess I'll just do that next. Yeah, I know how to do it. And let me actually switch to, there we go. I think my keys are, my control mapping is finally looking pretty good, so that's good. Whoop, alright. What's down here? Nothing? Alright, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna get our snaky boy. So this is a excellent set piece, and I think one of the better set pieces From has ever done. It's really, really cool. you know, I don't love that the snake isn't like, you're not able to hurt it like you are with like the like Hellkite dragon or whatever, but I mean you are able to hurt it later, and it does play into the lore, so I guess it's fine. But overall I think this is a great, like, it's really cool. This is a really cool like stealth moment. Like it's really like highlighting the stealth mechanics. So I think it's worth what it is. I think it's good. Oh shit. It's so tense. It's so big and formidable. Yeah, this is a great moment in the game. Let's see it trying to fuck with you. That's so good. You see, the presentation in this game is top notch. I think it's very good. So like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of really strong elements here, especially when it comes to the presentation. So I think we got to go this way, if I'm not mistaken. Unless there's a way. I suppose either way is viable. Yeah, because it comes around, so you just kind of... Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, you gotta just be careful. And this part's funny, because it'll just straight up run into you. Just straight up bumps right into you. I think that's pretty funny. Where is he? It's like looking right at me. Jesus. Oh, get down. Good. Oh man, and just the animation on this thing is fucking so cool, so impressive. Let's go ahead and make our way in. And this part's great. Just absolutely incredible set piece. Yeah, I have nothing but praise for like set pieces like that, you know? It's just so neat. I would love to see more of that kind of stuff in Elden Ring, you know? That shit is cool as hell. Woo! Alright, got out of there. Lickety split. And, goddamn, I need myself a gourd seed. Because taking on Gyobo with just 2 is going to be pretty tough. We'll head up here, get the idol real quick. Got another Gotchians. Yeah, I could have sworn there was another gourd seed like earlier on. What am I missing? And this, we got a Senpo rat over here. Oh, hey, what's up? These guys are cool. I like that there's just a different, like a fun, like different enemy type, you know? They're fun. They're fun guys. Oh, I love the, like, roots on that fucking tree. So you got the herb catalog. These guys are getting that herb. Trying to get a nice high going. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. God, I wish I remembered where this other gourd seed was. It's driving me up the wall that I can't remember. Let me see. Let's go back to Harada for just a moment, because I feel like I've missed something really obvious. Yeah. Let's go back to Harada. State path. Yeah, state path. Because I know there's like a gourd seed, like, I feel like pretty early on in Harada, I want to say. I feel like I just missed it, you know? So we got these guys. This guy might notice me if I'm not careful, so I'm going to be careful. Oh. Nice. I have an idea. I'm gonna go around these dudes. Harada, it really is like probably like the best like overall stealth playground and in this first area. It's just like really impeccably designed for that kind of stuff. Get fucked, dude. Now these guys won't know what hit them. Oh shit. Is this the gourd seed? No. Oh shit. I don't want to make too much noise. We're gonna sneak up on these dudes. Nice. This guy's back here. I'm gonna drop down. This guy's got a bow. Yeah, I just straight up think I missed a gourd seed, and it's fucking... it's bothering me. it's bothering me a lot. Maybe it's just in an area that I haven't actually gotten to yet, and that's also a possibility. Oh, hey. God damn it. Oh god. Oh, okay, this isn't good. I need to get the fuck out of here. Let's run. Nice. Okay. I don't think there's a gourd seed over there, but I don't know. You know what, I should probably come at it from the other angle. That would probably give me a bit of an edge, wouldn't it? You know there's a gourd seed around here somewhere. Go ahead and go into this house. I never really noticed how many people were just like, how many bodies were strewn around here. That's a nice environmental detail. I mean nice in the way that like, you know, like, you know, it's not nice. Oh fuck. But it's like, it's good. It's good environmental storytelling. Oh, this guy just knows I'm here. Oh shit. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have been smarter. It's typically when I'm up in a corner like this that I'm kind of fucked. This other guy. But yeah, I think... Let's see. So we got the chickens down there. I don't think there's really any reason. I know that the gourd seed isn't in this area. Like, I'm 90% sure of that. Alright, let's check out over here. Yeah, let's check out over here, because I think this is... nice. Oh shit. I'm just fucking up. God damn it. Why am I so ass at this today? Really taking my licks this time around. Alright, let me see. Let's see. Okay, gonna go ahead and... I feel like it might be in one of these houses. Shit. This guy's drunk. I don't need to worry about him too much. Let's do some... Shit, that dog somehow didn't notice me. That's pretty funny. Nice. That's one of the best things about this game, is how quickly you can take out the dogs, man. Yeah, so so there's a couple things I'm really hoping, like from Sekiro, that I'm really hoping end up in Elden Ring. One is obviously the stealth, which I'm pretty sure has been pretty much confirmed. There's also the, what's it called? The traversal mechanics. I know we're not getting the grappling hook, but it seems like they're doing a lot with the steed, the horse, as well as, shit. As well as some of the other stuff. So we basically got all these guys. Shit. No, I'm just fucking up. I kinda don't want to kill this guy, because he's just, like, chilling. Would he even attack me if I stood up next to him? Hey. I mean, I don't even know, man. Tell me there's a gourd seed around here somewhere. And that I didn't just waste all that time. It's okay if I did. It's still fun. It's not like a total waste of time. But yeah, like, so obviously the traversal mechanics, like, and I'm glad they're adding a dedicated jump button to Elden Ring. That's great. That's exactly what you want to see. Is this the drunk guy? Oh god. Even this guy's kicking my ass! Jesus. Oh. Alright. Let's do this one. Maybe I just hadn't gotten to the place where the gourd seed was yet, but I could have sworn there was another one early on, like before Gyobo. I'll figure it out. Oh. So these guys are doing their robber thing. We got our boy over here, Hanayama. The patches of this game, clearly. No, I am not. I'm not a... Well, actually, I guess I am. I've been looting. I stole from Buddha. I stole the axe from Buddha. Nice. Good man. Giving me some hints. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is just me, guys, but like, I just don't find most of the NPC quest lines in this game satisfying, outside of the ones that are like part of the main story. So like the Divine Child is great. That stuff is really good. Alright, so we have a bunch of stuff over here. We got this guy who just blames you. Which is true, like, he blames you for a good reason. You kind of did lead the owl and his troops here. Like, he knew that the troops would be gone because, you know, and he was able to inform the ministry because of, you know, our failure, basically. Yeah, so that's all really good. Like, the storytelling here is really smart and subtle. It's very good. I really hope eavesdropping comes back. And one other thing I'm really hoping comes back, swimming. I know I talked about earlier how, like, the swimming mechanics in Sekiro are, like, surprisingly good. If we don't, like, but the thing is, we don't actually do that much underwater. There's an underwater stealth section with the big koi, which is okay, a little short, if you ask me. Like, it's not as good of a set piece moment, a stealth segment, as the snake stuff is. But the swimming, like, the underwater combat is actually kind of neat. And, like, what I'd really love to see is the, what's it called? I'd really love to see... Alright, so we have our guys here. And the axe is a pretty good weapon. It, like, splinters these things immediately. So, okay, so you remember how I mentioned earlier how I think that the prosthetic tools were a bit of a missed opportunity? Like, they're interesting and cool in some ways, but they feel like kind of like they could have done a bit more with them. And I mean, just go back to VatiVidya did a prosthetic tool art competition, like concept art competition. Just like the top 10 from that art competition were like 100 times cooler than any of the prosthetic tools in this game, for the most part. Like, there might be one or two. Like, the firecrackers are really useful. Like, the Miss Raven is neat, even though I don't usually find much use for it. Like, I don't know, like, the prosthetic tools, like, only a couple of them I think are, like, they're usually, like, kind of, like, it's like a key for a specific lock. Like, the, you know, you can use the axe to beat up people's posture, but it's mostly used to break shields, which is cool in its own way. Where the fuck is this gourd seed? I'm so so annoyed that I can't figure out where this would be, because I know there's one around here. I'm just not entirely sure where it is. So this guy's down here. Let's kill him. We'll do a little run away. Oh, they can still see us. Of course they can. I guess I didn't kill those guys. Is this guy still firing at me? Well, guys, it is getting a little late, so I think what I'm going to do is... I thought I'd be able to find another gourd seed by now, but I don't seem to be having much luck with that. Is this guy still fucking firing arrows at me? How can he still see me from that far away? What is this, fucking Legolas? What do your fucking bandit eyes see? Jesus. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I'll continue a little bit further because I know there's a gourd seed around here somewhere. Oh god, this guy's right on top of me. Walk away, bro. Just walk away. Bandit Hunter. Or not Bandit Hunter. He's, I'm the Bandit Hunter. This guy's the, Yeah, I know. We already have the Makiri. The fucking crazy thing is that you can fight this. You can do this fight without the Makiri, which is absolutely, absolute nonsense. Absolute bullshit. Oh god, I'm gonna lose to the mooks. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. You know, I remember being a lot better at this game. Alright. Let me see if I can lead the Shinobi Hunter over here. Because I know I can take him one-on-one. I guess if I take this guy out first, we'll be good. Come on. Let's do it. Oh, nice. I got 2 skill points right off the bat. Oh, shit. Come on. I was... Alright. Oh, come on. I'm still getting shot at from miles away. Alright, let's do it. Come on. You know what? Let me try something. Gonna run. Kill this dude real quick. Just to make the fight a little bit easier for me. Alright, here we go. Now we're in better shape, I think. This run is cursed, man. I swear to God. Okay, here we go. We're gonna heal, and we'll try him again. Oh, come on, man. I guess I Makiri too early. But that's still shit. This guy's like delayed attacks and shit. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, your friend first, huh? Jesus. Oh, God. Of course I get killed by this guy. Oh, man. Okay. I think I might move back, because I don't know where this gourd seed is. I really... God, I wish I remembered. It's like... my brain is failing me. But yeah, I'm going to head back towards Gyobio, and we're going to give him a try. Even if we only have two heals, we can do it. I've beaten him on, I think, just one. Alright. Let's go back to Ashina Outskirts, Ashina Castle Gate Fortress. Maybe it's in here. Maybe it's like in the fortress before we fight Gyobu. I could just be being really, really stupid by not remembering that. So let's check it out. Alright. Yeah, I definitely feel like I missed one, but maybe I'm just... Alright, what do we got here? Come on. Alright, that's a great example of like how the animations in this game are top-notch. One thing I will say that I'm kind of like... with Elden Ring, like, I'm really excited for it, but like when I first saw the trailer, like I was kind of surprised by how many assets got reused. And yeah, I mean, it's funny because this game feels like there's so many like unique animations that you cannot find in the Souls games. I'm just kind of surprised that like, I mean, I don't mind it because I feel like the idea is that Elden Ring is kind of like to Dark Souls what Dark Souls was to Demon Souls, kind of like a spiritual successor, supposed to kind of be like building upon the foundations that were laid. And I guess that's fine. Oh, come on. Let's go. Alright, so what's this guy? Come on. Alright, this guy's a Makiri boy. What's up, bro? Come on. Man, my last playthrough, I didn't die until I think I got to Genichiro. So it's kind of embarrassing how much I'm getting fucking owned this time around. But hey, it's fine. This game ain't easy. We know it. Alright, so we got the remnant of Genichiro and our lad. They're good boys. So we didn't find a whole lot in terms of like... And this guy just talks about his dead horse, which is really cute. It gives you kind of a hint to how you can beat Gyobu. Though I will say, it's not the best hint in that he says like, oh, gunpowder went off in his face, and that's what caused him to freak out. Gunpowder is explicitly the name of another item in this game, and this is an example of like Sekiro kind of like giving you weird messaging, where it's like, you know, you feel like it should have just said like a firecracker went off in his face. That would have been way more clear. It's kind of like, it might not be the fault of From, that might just be like the localization team's, you know, fault with that. But yeah, it is kind of, you know, it's a bad translation, and therefore, like, you know, I didn't know to use the firecrackers the first time I went up against Gyobu. Oh, speaking of that, I actually need to go back to the dilapidated temple and set up, I need to get the firecrackers set up on my arm, on my prosthetic. Alright, so we're back. So let's see. I think we'll probably wrap it up after Gyobu.
何をしている?
ああ、あなたですか。流害の調べのため、仏師殿が吐いた血の塊をいただいていたのです。
血の塊?
はい。咳とともに出たものです。血の色がわずかによどんでいるような。しかし、これだけ
できること。
流害にかかったもん、それお願い。
Oh, I had another gourd seed. Where did I get the other gourd seed? Interesting. I don't recall.
お前さん。わしが掘るご恩それ。
I like that when the sculptor first gets dragon rot, he will say, like, oh, this isn't enough to kill me, kind of implying that he's sort of special, that he's going to turn into a horrible boss fight later in the game. Ask about your new left arm. Dude, I just want you to upgrade my prosthetic, man. Can you please just upgrade my prosthetic? Okay, yeah, I know we're exhausting all this dialogue now, but like... Oh, that I just had the option to present Shinobi Prosthetic. I'm stupid. Yeah, I mean, I like all of these characters, and I actually really like the way Sekiro tells its story. It's kind of a hybrid model of you know, like kind of the letting, you know, the Dark Souls stuff that kind of lets the lore fade into the background, and, you know, kind of, you know, presenting the core of the story more up front. I will say that the lore in this game isn't that interesting because it's all about stuff that, like, more or less, like, there's not a lot of lore, like, referencing things that happen, like outside of Ashina. It's kind of all based around, like, what's happening specifically in Ashina, like, with the, you know, and in the lands of Ashina, with, like, the Okami and the Sunken Valley clan and, like, the, you know, the monkeys and the whatnot, and, like, there's a lot of, and like Senpo and stuff like that, there's a lot of lore there. There's a little bit about this, you know, interior ministry that we hear about, and a little bit about the dragon coming from the west. But overall, it's like, I just find it, you know, and this is kind of partially because I think Sekiro is like a more modest product. It doesn't have like, you know, this kind of like, and it's also like kind of loosely historical fiction, like, it takes place during the Sengoku era, and it's, you know, it's clearly fiction, but it's a lot more tame in terms of like the concepts that it's dealing with than the Souls games, where the Souls games are like dealing with like theoretical concepts of like, you know, a fire that is keeping the world alive, like potentially burning out. And like in Bloodborne, you're dealing with like basically like, you know, Cthulhu by gaslight, you know, kind of steampunk sort of aesthetic with, you know, eldritch horrors and like people turning into werewolves and shit. Like, it's, to me, that's like, it's just conceptually less interesting than those games. Like, to me, like, and this might be like, this is super subjective. It's just like a kind of something that makes the story like a little bit less interesting, because like, I think the core of the story being like that, that these how do I put it, that you know, immortality is a corrupting force is good, but when you delve into it more, it kind of falls apart a little bit, in my opinion. Let me see, what else should I pick up for this fight? So how many, let's commune, rest. I just want to see how many heals I have now. 3, okay. I feel like such an idiot. I've been spending all this time looking for a gourd seed, and here I had it the whole time. Oh, so stupid. You guys were probably screaming at me. I must have picked it up somewhere along the way and just, I guess I just didn't notice. That's my bad. But yeah, like, I guess for me, like, just like, I think the art direction of this game is great. Like, I think it's beautiful. Like, I think it, visual fidelity wise, I think it looks better than all the previous games. And I like the color palette a lot more. I like that it's more colorful. Not that I didn't like the dreary nature of like the Souls games and the and Bloodborne, but I think it's just, you know, it's nice to have like a more balanced color palette with like brighter colors. And I think Elden Ring is going to have some of that as well, from what I've seen. It looks like Elden Ring looks a little bit more like high fantasy from the stuff from like the network test and, you know, the trailer and stuff. In a lot of ways, it looks like it's kind of blending high fantasy and dark fantasy, which I think is really neat. All right, Commune with Sculptor's Idol. We're gonna go ahead and travel. We're gonna go to the Castle Gates, take on Gyobu the Demon. But as I was saying before, the one of the so like the story of Sekiro, I find the core of the story to be good, but there's also a lot of like, you know, bullshit in it, and like them trying to make like Owl is barely a character in my, like, he's like, you know, he's like, what if a dad was abusive and a horror and like bad? Like, that's like the extent of Owl's character, and like anyway, you know, so like that's kind of like a thin character thing going on. Like, it's, you know, uphold the Iron Code. You know, why would you? I have no, you know, you have no real attachment to the Iron Code outside of like what the story tells you you should, that you should care, basically. That's not really enough for me. And then Genichiro, I like it's a great boss fight. I think Owl and Genichiro are two of the best boss fights in the game, but like Genichiro basically wants to, you know, he cares about his lands, the literal plot of land, so much that he's willing to pop open a child, like a can of Sunny D, and, you know, basically like, you know, spill his blood and have like all of his fucking, and, you know, transfuse that blood into like him and all of his soldiers, so that way they can basically fight until they, you know, so they won't die, so they won't be able to die, but then it, like, that'll just cause dragon rot. And like, we just know that he knows about dragon rot because he's been around divine heirs before, and we know that Ashina had a plague of dragon rot in the past. Like, so he cares more about saving a plot of land than saving his people. It's the opposite of Thor Ragnarok, basically, you know, like where Thor, you know, Odin told Thor, like, you know, Asgard isn't a place, it's a people. Like, Genichiro's like, Ashina isn't a people, it's a place. He doesn't care if everyone in Ashina dies of dragon rot as long as he can save the land. And that's like just shows that like, I guess you could say that deepens the theme that like the land itself, it's like kind of existing on this like, you know, it's where the rejuvenating waters pool deeply. And we know that the source of the rejuvenating waters, the Fountainhead Palace, is like a super fucked up place. It's really cool. It's a great level, one of the best levels in any Souls game. But like it is like a super fucked up place where it's like human sacrifices and like basically it's like a, you know, a meritocracy where like, or not a meritocracy, but it's like essentially like a seniority kind of thing. Oh, this is the coolest part in the game when Gyobu comes out. Oh, thought I blocked that. Nice. Alright, we're doing good. Alright, we're gonna get him. Gyobu's a really fun boss. Like a great opening. Like, he's super intimidating when you first fight him, but once you realize like what he's all about, it's just like really fun to take him on. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, he's super fun. Yeah, he's a super fun fight. I should be using my tools more on him, but it's just kind of fun to like engage with him, like in like a just kind of like a general duel type of way. Oh. Alright, let me switch up my prosthetics. Nice. Now we're taking him off. Oh, and there he goes. That's fine. And he's super easy to parry. His attacks are super telegraphed. But that's kind of what makes him fun. Like, he's just like, yeah, I don't know. I definitely had a tough time with him on my first try because he was such a, you know, scary guy. He runs in, he's like yelling his name. Which is just like throws you off guard. You're like, who the fuck is this guy? But nah, like once you understand that, like, oh, he's just a big softy. It's a really fun first fight. Highlights the mechanics really well. I was hoping to, you know, if I hadn't been stuck on the damn ogre for so long, I was hoping to take on Lady Butterfly as well. Oh, sweet, we get prosthetic tool upgrades. That's awesome. But reflection of strength. Okay, yeah, great. This game has some great like super like well presented boss fights. Like I love, you know, so many of them. There are certain boss fights that I don't particularly like so much, and usually they're kind of like late game boss fights. Like I'm not a fan of Demon of Hatred. I'm not a fan of Sword Saint. I think Sword Saint had like if you just removed the beginning of that fight, the first phase, which is where you have to fight. I don't want to spoil it too much. You have to fight like a different character at the first phase every time. It's just kind of annoying because yes, that part's easy, and at that point you've fought in that character several times, so you know their moveset. It's not super hard to beat them. In fact, it's usually pretty easy, and you can usually do it. Like I was usually able to do it without making mistakes. But the problem I had with it was that essentially it's just like an Estus tax, right? Like it's 4 phases is just in my opinion, just too many phases, man. Because like he has so many. His next 3 phases, there's just so many moves that you need to memorize in order to beat him. Because he doesn't have like, unlike with like Owl or Genichiro on the rooftop. So like Genichiro on the rooftop or like Owl 2.0 in the memory. Both of those boss fights I really love. Those are like 2 of my favorite boss fights in the game because they have a lot of openings that you can exploit. Like you can exploit a lot of, you can like kind of attack them before they attack you and put them on the defensive. With Ishin, you are kind of on the defensive. Like there's not really a lot, like he has so much poise, and like even if you get in a couple attacks, like after doing like a Makiri counter or hitting him with like a firecracker or something, you do kind of like, he will recover super fast and just fuck you up. Like he doesn't have like big openings like that, except in his 4th phase when, you know, lightning. So, and that's probably like the easiest phase, but at that phase, at that point in the fight, you're already like so fucking, your like heart's beating and you're like, oh god, like I have no fucking healing items left. I mean, unless you're like really, really good. Which I am not, as you might have guessed. I just kind of think it's a bit excessive. Like, it felt like, you know, the character that you beat in the first phase, at that point is irrelevant. It'd be like having the living failures from Bloodborne be a fight, like guys you had to fight through every time you wanted to fight Lady Maria, or if you like, or like if like fighting Gurman before the Moon Presence every single fucking time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have, it's just annoying at that point. Like I don't think more phases to a boss fight makes a boss fight better. 3 phases is more than enough in my opinion. 4 phases is a bit excessive. But that's just my opinion. I know people who love that fight, but most people I know it took them a really long time to beat it. I know maybe like one person who beat it on their like 2nd try when they first played through it. Most people I know, like, you know, spent like hours, sometimes days, sometimes months on that boss fight. I'll admit, I got to the end and I took a break for like a few months, and then I would come back every couple months and try it again. I think it took me like you know, like I would try for like a few hours every couple months, and eventually I beat him. And you know, by the time you beat him, you're like, you learn his moveset, you get it, but it's just like, it's so much to expect people to memorize, and like there's only so much you can keep in your brain at once. I think it's a bit much to ask. But hey, that's just me. I don't like, and I guess that's part of the larger issue I have with Sekiro, because although I like the story on display, I think Sekiro cares more about like, it does things that generally kind of fly in the face of like the narrative being told. Like the fact that, you know, Sword Saint, up until the point where you fight him at the end of the game, is kind of on your team. And it doesn't really make much sense for him to be an enemy. And I like the thing with, you know, the guy cutting his neck and, you know, the guy popping out of it. Like, that's really neat, and there is some like lore to lead up to that. But this, you know, Second Mortal Blade is a little bit of like a dumb concept as well. Like, why would there be 2? I don't know. Like, it's just kind of, it feels like the whole point of that final section was like, what if you fought the strongest guy ever? And it's like, I don't find that, like, what if strong swordsman or what if strong fight is not like why I play games by like Souls games, you know? Like, for me, I love that the final boss fights in a lot of these Souls games aren't the hardest fight in the game. Like, I like that, you know, Gwyn is, you know, kind of like he's not at the peak of his power. He's decrepit. He's given everything up to the flame. That's so much more of like an interesting narrative to me. And he's still a tough fight unless you know how to like parry well. If you know how to parry well, like, he's easy, but like you have to master a core mechanic of the game that not a lot of people do after their first playthrough. So at least I didn't. And I know a lot of people who've had trouble beating him at the end of the game. And then same thing with like Alliance. You know, Alliance is like, I mean, that's why Demon Souls, in my opinion, has the best like bosses in the series, because it cares more about creating like a unique encounter, a unique like set piece, a unique like presenting a unique scenario that makes you like think and question. And like even the ones that aren't like that, like the Tower Knight, that's not like super story. Like, there is some lore to that, but it's not like the most story focused. It's not like as interested in making you like question your morality or like the point of the game. But it's still interesting in that like there's strategy involved. You're like, okay, I gotta, you gotta like, knock him down so you can deal damage to a more vital point, his head. And like, Sekiro has some bosses like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that, you know, they're all just like, oh, dodge, you know, counter, you know, or just like, you know, parry perfectly, learn their moveset entirely. I like that the bosses in like Demon Souls and Dark Souls specifically. I haven't played Dark Souls 2, and you know, Dark Souls 3 kind of, I don't know, I think Dark Souls 3 kind of tries to do like, oh, every boss is Artorias now, and of course there's a few bosses in there that are neat, like what's it called, the Witch, that kind of like has like Logan powers, and you know, Big Hat Logan powers, and like can teleport around, I think is cool. And I think Wolnir, I don't really like the fight, but I think it's interesting. Like Dark Souls 3 kind of, a lot of the fights are just like, what if a guy had a sword and was really strong? And it's like, it's like, oh, what if Artorias, but again and again and again and again. And it's like, Artorias is so cool because he is so unique. And what's great about Artorias is he's not at the height of his power either. He has been corrupted. His arm is broken, you know? He can't, you know, if he was at the height of his power, we'd be fucking wrecked, you know? So I find, like, the stuff that I like most about the Souls games and the most about FromSoft is the idea that, like, it's, like, it is the, like, the stuff that, like, when the gameplay feeds into the story, when it's, like, a perfect marriage of the two. And, like, Sword Saint, you might, like, I think, like, even for people who have a lot of fun fighting him, like, reconciling this, like, why you're fighting a person who's been on your side that whole time, it's like, you just gotta assume, like, oh, I guess because guy number one brought him back, I guess now he's a slave to that guy's will. And it's like, well, that just kind of sucks because that guy's will was stupid. Like, that guy's motivation is ass, at least in my opinion. Like, he's just a fucking you know, ultra nationalist who, like, is willing to literally throw away the lives of his people to save a fucking plot of land. You know, what a bitch. I mean, he's a great fight. The rooftop fight with him is great, but, like, what a fucking bitch, you know? Like, he's, you know, what a shitty motivation. Like, the only people with, you know, identifiable motivations are, like, you know, good guy, like the good characters, basically. And as far as I'm concerned, like, Al doesn't have it. Like, we don't know anything about Al's motivation except I want power. Like, that's, like, he's a mustache twirler. He's got a really cool design. He's a good fight, but he's just, like, not that interesting as, like Gwyn, I find to be much more interesting from a motivational perspective. Same with Artorias. Like, you know, you're fighting Gwyn because he has done everything he can to hold on to his Age of Fire, including, like, let the world, like, be destroyed by, you know, by his desire to keep things the way they are, to keep his world, the world that he crafted in the way that it is. You know, he's like, this is the best it can ever be, and, like, you know, I'm never gonna let what I built fall to ruin. Like, it's hubris, and that's, like, an incredible, like, we learn about his motivation by visiting the whole world, and we learn about, like, how much he, like, sacrificed to, you know, keep things the way they are, to not let the state of the world change. He's just like the dragons that he deposed. You know, he is unwilling to change. He is stagnant. It's so, like, resonant. It's so thematically resonant. And Allant has his reasons for trying to destroy the world because the world is fucking cursed, you know? It's like, those guys I find to be, yeah, are they as tough? No, but, like, this is kind of the issue I have with Sekiro. It feels like I like a lot of Sekiro. I think the story, like, about, like, immortality being this corruptive force is good, and, like, I like Sekiro's relationship with Kuro. I think that's, like, awesome. I like his relationship with the other characters. Like, I like that he becomes close with Emma, and he becomes close with Ishin, and he becomes close with, and I like his rivalry with Genichiro, even if I don't identify or, like, resonate with Genichiro's motivations. I still think it's interesting. Like, still think it's a fun rivalry. And like, you know, I like the characters in this game a lot. It's just, especially, like, the ones that are, like, main quest characters. It's just the issue I have is that it feels like so much of this game is, like, trying to justify why you're fighting people at the height of their power, why you're fighting the strongest version of this character or that character, like, why you're having, it's like trying to justify, like, oh, we're gonna make this as hard as it can possibly be. And it doesn't do a great job of justifying that. Like I said with Sword Saint, like, are we just, like, he's just not acting upon his own will? Or I guess he submitted that, like, oh, well, Rufio, Genichiro, made the ultimate sacrifice, so I guess I have to honor that. Like, there's no, like, reasonable explanation for that. All we know is he's going against his prior motivation, which was not to use the dragon's heritage. He's helping you not to do it, because he's not a monster. So it's just, like, you know, that's really weird. And like it's just like the idea of like, what if, you know, like Ultimate Warrior at the height of their power versus like, what if, you know, people who have given them all of themselves to, you know, either preserve their age like Gwyn, or, you know, destroy the world so that people can stop suffering, like a lot. Like I find those villains so much more interesting, and those motivations so much more interesting. And I'll take like a anticlimax of a final boss over like a warrior at the height of their power any day of the fucking week. Any day of the fucking week. I just find that endlessly more interesting. And the thing is, the Souls series, a lot of people seem to kind of get this idea that it's that like the reason they're good, or the reason like people like them, is because they're hard. And yes, that might be true for some people, but you'd be surprised how, I mean, the videos online that get the most views about the Souls series are about their lore, and it's about their themes. There's a reason, like, people don't just give a fuck about the gameplay. Like, people don't just care if like you're a fucking casual or not. Like, I know I'm going on a little bit of a soapbox here, I'm sorry. We're about at time here. I just kind of wanted to express, because like obviously I didn't get as far into this as I was hoping I would, because I got stuck on the fucking ogre like a noob, like a fucking scrub. But I just kind of wanted to explain to you guys like why I, you know, like have my reservations about Sekiro. Like I've said early in the stream, I think the things that it adds are excellent, and I want to see those in Elden Ring. Like if Elden Ring doesn't have swimming mechanics, I'm gonna be like genuinely like, so I'm gonna be like, you figured it out, you got it right in Sekiro, why didn't you bring it over? Like I will be I will be genuinely like disappointed. But like, and like, you know, like the jump, the stealth, it's all great, and like the presentation and the way it like the way it does the early tutorial stuff, even though I've talked about like how it kind of teaches you the wrong lessons sometimes, like it does do a good job of like making the tutorial more obligatory. I think that's good. I just like it because a lot of the, like I said, a lot of the difficulty of the early games is because their systems are obscure. They're not presented to you in a way that is clear right off the bat, which can make things harder. Like, I think Sekiro, I want to see a lot of those elements that Sekiro does super well in Elden Ring, but I'm also really excited for FromSoft to get back to a Western fantasy aesthetic, even though it's clearly a slightly different aesthetic than Dark Souls, like a little bit more high fantasy than dark fantasy, which is neat. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. But like, I'm also very interested to see them, like, the reason I want to see them do like a more fantasy type thing than this is because Sekiro just feels like a bit too like they really got tunnel vision in terms of like what they wanted to do, and I think they do it well, and clearly a lot of people really like it, and that's great. And I'm glad it has gotten all the accolades that it has, which is awesome. But I will say that like I prefer their games where it's like taking Western fantasy and looking at it like through a Japanese lens. And what I mean by that is that like they will take like enemies from like Western fantasy and just like put their own like weird like horror spin on it, like with like the enemies we see in Bloodborne and the enemies we see in Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Like it's just like they really go like whole hog into making stuff like horrific and weird, and like make you like kind of like taken aback by stuff like that. Like I just prefer that aesthetic when it comes to From Software. Not that I can't enjoy a Japanese inspired or like a feudal Japan inspired world like this. I actually do, and I do enjoy it in Sekiro. I just feel like Sekiro could have gone weirder, and the weirdest it gets is Fountainhead Palace, which is, in my opinion, the best part of the game. So it's like it feels like it was kind of like it played its weirdness cards a bit too close to its chest, which I'm sure some people appreciate. And it probably made it more like generally palatable. But I'm looking forward to them getting weird again in Elden Ring. And I'm looking forward to see like which elements from Sekiro make it into the game. Even though there are certain things that I don't want to see from Sekiro, specifically kind of the focus on like just having like bosses be hard for difficulty's sake, as opposed to like there being like good reasons behind it. And also like just like the kind of like more scaled back, you know, it's clearly like Sekiro is much more upfront with its lore and ideas than Dark Souls. I would like a balance of the two. You know, make the clear, like Demon Souls does a really good job of presenting the core story up front while also having a lot of lore to find on the sides and a lot of like different perspectives to get to kind of shape your vision, your view on the story, the story that's presented to you more clearly. So I think that's probably a better balance than what Sekiro does, but I also love, you know, the way Sekiro integrates, you know, being able to eavesdrop ambient dialogue. I actually like the ambient music in Sekiro and how that kind of informs you as to whether or not you're in or out of combat. I would potentially like to see that come back in Elden Ring. I think it will be there, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, Sekiro adds a lot of good stuff, and I want to see a lot of elements from Sekiro in Elden Ring, but there are certain things that that Sekiro does that I'm hoping also do not make it in for the reasons I've discussed. But yeah, guys, that's the stream. Thank you all for showing up. Sorry for some of the technical difficulties we had earlier on with the frame rate, but I'm glad we got it sorted out. So hopefully Elden Ring will go off without a hitch tomorrow at 6 p.m. Be there, be square, or don't be. I don't know. I'm tired. We're gonna call it a night here, but again, thank you so much for joining me on this road to Elden Ring, and we're so fucking close, guys. We're so fucking close. I look forward to the stream tomorrow and sharing my first experience with Elden Ring with you guys. So thanks again for coming through, and have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.